What's poppin', y'all? The time for Akademiks to fade a rapper is seemingly about to get the closest that it's ever been to actually happening. Now, for a lot of people that are just straight up Akademiks haters and don't even look into it, he has called out Meek Mill multiple times to run the fade, to box. He even said it could be offline. He also called out Peter Rosenberg. Yes, the Peter Rosenberg that worked at Hot 97, formerly Hot 97. I wonder how their show is doing. That's just a side thought. I hope they're doing well, though, despite me not being too favorable towards Peter Rosenberg. But that's not what we're talking about. But Lil Baby is the one that might actually make it happen. Now, this all started, well, not all started, but they had their beef, their back and forth. And then Akademiks would reveal that he got paid $30,000 to hold off on his opinion on Lil Baby because they had personal issues. So Ak was intentionally cultivating a narrative to hate on Lil Baby and to get people to say Lil Baby's washed. So they paid him 30 grand to not speak on Baby's album. Baby's album came out a week or 10 days later, and he gave his opinion. He didn't like the album. So that they patched things up after that via Rod Wave, and they seem to be cool. But then March of 2025, that's when Akademiks gets the slapping happened, which a lot of people are saying it happened. It didn't happen. Honestly, I believe Akademiks. Like if the guy actually got slapped, he would have said he got slapped, and then he would have just said something else. But he's not gonna say something. I just don't see him trying to like play the tough guy in this role. Granted, he is kind of crashed now, but he crashed out on Lil Baby because this guy K Rich was Lil Baby's mans. And he even called Lil Baby. Lil Baby said he was not involved. And then he goes off on him in this stream clip that I'm going to play you guys right now.
Because, baby, if you got a problem with me, don't tell your mans you squashing it with me. Don't get on the phone, Rod Wave. I'll squabble up with you anywhere, anytime. You ducked it, and then you had your assistant squabble with you anytime. Scrawny as man, you a drug addict. Stupid as what up? I've been on that. You DM me. You DM me where you at. I DM you where I'm gonna be at. You never showed up yourself trolling. I will wash you anywhere. Facts. But we squashed it because Rod Wave is a mutual of ours. But don't fake squash it and send your drawers holder to ever do nothing. So when I called you in the morning and I said, bro, you did that? And baby, you gotta respond to it. I don't make this loud. You gotta respond to this. You're gonna either be or you're gonna stand on it and say, I did backdoor that. You thought it was cool? When I asked you in the morning, you know what you said? So the first thing I said, yo, bro, you know when it came up to me, he said some 4 p.m. You know the first thing you said? Yo, Ak, chill, Ak, man, you on that police ass shit. You scared of this 4 p.m. Bet. Cool. I say, yo, nah, baby, like was. So he's like, Ak, what? You acting dumb. I said, bro. He said, yo, well, you got.
So here, I'm looking at this, and I personally thought that Akademiks was a little bit drunk and just taking it out on Baby for no reason. I don't believe Baby had anything to do with this, to be honest. I believe that he should have trusted him. Now, the incident that Akademiks talks about, which is why he really believes Lil Baby had this happen to him or allowed this to happen to him, is because he said he was at Booby Trap, which is a club in Miami, with Trippie Redd, and that Trippie Redd can attest that Lil Baby was supposed to pull up that night, and he wanted to dap up Lil Baby and kind of sun the assistant, like, yo, me and your mans are cool and you tried to slap me. And he says they even announced it. Baby walked in and then he walked back out. And that's why he believes he had something to do with the situation, because he saw Akademiks or something. So I don't know what the deal with that is. Personally, I think Baby was just probably trying to prevent an altercation from happening. If the assistant was with him, Baby's probably like, all right, man, I think we should just get out of here because we don't want anything to escalate. If Akademiks says something, my assistant says something, my people are going to move the way that they usually move, and this is going to mess up my business. That's what I'm giving Baby credit for that. I'm going to be honest. I don't think this is something he would lie about. But anyway, whilst Akademiks is calling out Baby, saying that he would beat him up, this and that, Adin Ross is reacting to this. Adin Ross runs Brand Risk. He just ran one of the most successful events ever with Adam 22 not even throwing a punch, which is insane. But the promotion for it worked well, and the event was run smoothly with great fights before that. And he calls up Adin Ross and just continues to disrespect Lil Baby. And I'm gonna play that for you guys right now.
Lil Baby, you gonna box me.
You'll actually box. You'll box Lil Baby.
I'll beat the brakes off of that. I don't know what he weighed. Right now I weigh 215.
Damn.
I'll go down to 180. This is a public offering. And if he don't accept, he's I'll go down to 180. I was 270 like about 8 months ago. I was 270 pounds. I'm 215 right now. I will get down to 180. I will get in the ring with Lil Baby. Don't backdoor me. I think you for that. That 4 p.m. shit. What you got going on? I want to box you.
Just texted me.
What he said? What he said?
I ain't leaking it on stream, but yeah.
What he said? Brother, what he said?
He just thinks I'm playing, so I'm just gonna not,
Send him the clip. Yeah. You see, Adin, I'm not into the trolling. I want your audience to hold you accountable. I'm telling you, I don't want you to get off the phone with me and like, oh no, tune into next stream. Whatever he said, I'm gonna agree to whatever monetary terms. If you confirm he's not doing it, I want you to call him a.
You really think I'm gonna say that shit? Are you? Why the fuck would I say that? That's y'all beef.
So,
That's y'all. I'm staying out of this.
You down with a gangster rapper who's down to send his assistant to try to swing at me after?
No, because if that's true, if that's true, because you know I with you, I don't with that.
Let me talk. After he copped a plea, paid $30,000, and he's down to still not trying to squabble me because I like now that his man's brought it up. I bet I actually do feel a way about it. Let's squabble now. So you're down to say that he's gangster if he's not trying to fight me one-on-one?
All I'm saying is, that I'm your friend, you know.
Straight up. 4 p.m. stand for 4. Let's get out of here, man. Yo, listen, when you get a confirmation, let me know. If not, man, we're not bumping that shit no more. Facts. All right, holla at me. Peace, yo. I love you.
So Lil Baby he thought Adin Ross was playing around. He wasn't serious. Keep in mind, Akademiks also was responding to Lil Baby via DMs when they were into it over a year ago about pulling up, and Akademiks gave him the address to his studio, it's a huge setup because Akademiks has a ton of weapons. He has a ton of public evidence of him saying, yo, if anybody ever pulls up on me, like I'm scared for my life. So the real likelihood that if a rapper pulls up on Ak to run the fade, they're most likely going to end up in a morgue. That's just what I believe. I don't think Akademiks is going to give them a fair one, especially if he feels threatened. That's just what I think. So at this point, things just kind of like cooled off, or they're just heated, but they cool off and we're like, all right, this is just going to pass like almost every other situation, right? Well, no, because he decides to start mentioning Jada, who is one of the baby mamas of Lil Baby, and says F4PF in a stream the next day. I'm going to play that clip for you guys right now. This is Akademiks.
Lil Baby, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna beat you in a wheelchair. I'm gonna do you dirty. Yo, Jada Waiter, I'm gonna beat this for Ari and all them others. I got you. I'm gonna beat the brakes off this. Everybody knows it's not like that. He was just a who got lucky because he could barely speak English, so he usually mumble, and it worked. If Lil Baby could pass the physical and the IQ test, and they could not classify him as a, I'm beating him under the ground. 4 PF, I'm gonna beat him 4 feet deep into the. Look at this.
This is the thing about this, though, is Akademiks went from 270 to 215. He's like, what, 5'7", 5'8". Everybody gasses their height online. And the Akademiks be wearing those huge Balenciaga shoes that give you like 3 inches. So if Akademiks is 5'8", and he went from 270 to 215, he is still obese, like very, very obese, considering that this guy has not been weight training. It's not like he's got muscle. So Akademiks to get to 180, I think he underestimates how difficult that would be and how much discipline it would take for him to get there. And I think he overestimates how fit he will be for boxing at 180. Like, I think I'm more willing to bet on Lil Baby because Lil Baby's really thin. He's just got to get into shape. That's it. And I'm more willing to bet on the thin guy lasting than Akademiks. Akademiks will probably try to do the Jason Love strategy, but I think Jason Love is in better shape than Akademiks. I think Akademiks would tire out within 15 seconds. But also, I do not want to allow this to fly, which is Akademiks saying, oh, Lil Baby's like an idiot and he just got lucky because, he had like this mumble thing. No. We're not doing that because Akademiks was here selling my goat, Lil Wayne, my goat. He was disrespecting his legacy by saying, oh, Baby's about to go on I feel like he's on a Wayne run. Well, you don't get lucky and go on a Wayne run. You don't get lucky and become as skilled as Wayne in your eyes. So if Akademiks was one of the people leading the gas of Lil Baby and saying this guy's a great rapper, which Lil Baby is a great rapper. He is a very skilled rapper. So no, he didn't get lucky at all. Now, was he fortunate that Gunna and people around him got him and encouraged him to rap? Yes, absolutely, for sure. But nah. The guy's a skilled rapper. Maybe he's dumb. I would say Lil Baby's a lot smarter than a Meek Mill, for instance. One of the few rappers that I would say is a dunce is Meek. Like, Meek is just not that smart. I don't know how it manifests in his raps or how it doesn't manifest in his raps because he's an excellent rapper. But we just had to get that out the way. So Adin Ross is streaming again, and Akademiks calls him up on the phone because he says Lil Baby told him that he's down a box. So I'm going to play you guys that clip right now.
Person with you and you, my. If you let Lil Baby agree and back out of this, I'm going to hold it against you. I agree to whatever terms.
Okay, but I have to act. I don't know.
Let me tell you this. We going to have a slap fest, a death match, a boxing match. We could bet on lives. I don't care what it is. Gladiator. I'm down for any type of combat with Lil Baby.
Okay, but
I'm down. You need to make this happen. If he agrees, because I knew he's not going to agree.
okay. Yeah.
I will sign a contract.
Driver's on the phone, bro. Act, listen. Just shh. Akademiks, listen. I have to get a price to Lil Baby. I'm gonna offer him tonight.
Let's sign a contract. If he wins, he kills me. I win, I kill him. I'm down for anything.
All right, Act. I'm gonna get Act. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, I will. All right, bye. This is drunk as f***, chat. Holy shit. Huh?
So it seems like Akademiks. Also, keep in mind, the people that Akademiks has called out, he even had a beef a short time with none other than Blueface. He was not calling out Blueface. And he made it clear. He's like, hell no, I'm not calling out Blueface. Blueface would beat the brakes off of me. We know that speech. So he's called out Meek. He's called out Lil Baby. And I think he's excited because he genuinely believes that he would beat the brakes off of Lil Baby. I think it would be competitive as two beginners getting in the ring could be. But it's not going to be some, oh, this guy's skinny, I'm going to slap him up, he's a drug addict. I mean, Akademiks is an alcoholic. I mean, he happily said that he had not missed a day of drinking since college. Do you know how difficult that is? Especially, like, the guy's traveling, so he's probably, has he ever taken a really long flight? No, I think he's only been to the Caribbean. Maybe he went to London, which is, I guess you could say that's kind of a long flight. But to not miss a day means you are dedicated to it. There have probably been days where maybe you missed brushing your teeth, right? Or you missed showering, where you're just like so exhausted. Something happened. You maybe missed one day. But to never miss a day of drinking means that it has to be your top priority above everything else. And I think that's worse than this guy being off of some perks or whatever other rappers. But for my entertainment, I'm excited about this. And then Akademiks would confirm that he would fight. And then Adin Ross would confirm that Lil Baby hit him, and he would say that, yes, he's down to fight Ak if the bag is right. So I'm going to play you guys that clip right now.
I spoke with Lil Baby on the phone last night, by the way. He's down to fight Ak with a price. So I'm reaching out to anybody that can connect me with the right sponsorships to make this happen. Because he said he's down to box Akademiks for the right bag. Like, straight up, he said, I'll do it for the right money. Like, for the money, he'll do it. So I need someone to tell me who to hit up to make this happen. Because, yeah, he is like, you know what? Adin, get back to me in a few days and give me an offer. So I need help. Guys. We got to offer him some shit, you know? It means he'll make some money. Ak will make some money. I make some money. For real, though. Like, and we could really sell out the Casilla Center, chat. I ain't gonna lie. That'll sell out the Casilla Center for sure.
So here, I like what I'm hearing. But I just don't think that enough people are going to come together to put the amount of money that would make sense for Lil Baby to want to do this. It would have to be at least 5 to 10 million. I don't think that Lil Baby is ducking this if he doesn't take a lower amount, because if somebody that Akademiks had an issue with and he got paid $15K, let's say the proportional amount to whatever an M would be, or like some lowball offer for Lil Baby, the proportional amount that would be a lowball offer for Akademiks. I don't think Akademiks is taking it. He's going to look at it like, dude, come on now, I have everything to lose and I'm only going to get paid peanuts. But with the Casilla Center being sold out, I do believe that they could sell out the event. And it would be gigantic. It would be huge. I would love for it to happen. And Who would I root for? I would root for Lil Baby in this case. I want the rapper to win. That I truly do. It would be a beautiful sight. Akademiks haters would clown him, so the memes would be good there too. But I just think Akademiks is way too overconfident in this situation. Like, I don't doubt Lil Baby. I mean, the guy is a shooter, but that's a different story from squabbling, as we've seen. But over under this happening, somebody's got to get. Actually, no, I'm not going to shill whatever that is. I'm not even going to allude to that. But what do you guys think is the percentage chance of this happening? I would say 15%. I would usually say 5%, but because Adin Ross is involved and he has demonstrated himself to be very good at putting together like fights that we didn't think would happen, it bumps it up to a 15%, which is still the likelihood of it happening is almost none. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think that Akademiks would win this? Lil Baby would win this? Also, I don't see how Lil Baby would get to 180. Like, that's Lil Baby's similar height to Akademiks, 5'8" or 5'7", 5'8". For him to get to 180 is a lot. But yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. And I'm going to see you on the next one.